Hey everyone, Sky here to discuss the 2018 version of Halloween, starring Jamie Lee Curtis, Judy Greer, Andy Machak, forgive me if I said that wrong, and Will Patton, and directed by David Gordon Green. Now, before I get into this movie, I have to confess, a comedy director directing a horror movie, here's what he's most known for. But of course, he's done dramatic works too, and I've seen a few of them, but I'm not going to name them right now. But I did see the footage at Comic-Con, and I did see the fact that Jamie Lee Curtis hugged someone who actually, to make a long story short, he went up to the microphone and said that he witnessed a murder. Well, no, he experienced a murder, and then he would think of what would Laurie Strode do. But let's just get into this movie. We'll see how much it's been. After 40 years of the first movie's term of events, the Shape, aka Michael Myers, gets visitors from a murder mystery podcast couple named Aaron Corey and Dana Haynes, who visit Michael and shows him the dirtied up Captain Kirk mask from the first movie. And I like the fact that the mask is dirty after 40 years, and they ignore parts 2 of the original versus Rob Zombie Part 2, and how freaked out everyone is after the mask gets shown to Michael, and we get a slightly updated version of John Carpenter's score from the first movie. And the pumpkin melting backwards is as opening credits roll. I personally thought it was a brilliant move, in my opinion. Aaron and Dana visit Laurie Strode, returned by Jamie Lee Curtis, to get her experience on that Halloween night 40 years ago. She does not like talking about it, but she gets prepared to hunt down Michael and kill him once and for all. And I really like it's the arc of Laurie and visiting her granddaughter Allison, played by Andy Machak, excuse me if I said that wrong, and daughter Karen, played by Judy Greer, who wants to keep her distance from her own mother because when she was younger, Laurie prepared her for this day, and she didn't want or like that life. I like that every character is a badass in their own way, against Michael, in my opinion. Allison's boyfriend, Cameron, with Allison, her parents, and Laurie meet each other in a restaurant for the first time, and before Laurie goes there, she tries to say goodbye to Michael, but she doesn't go inside the jail. Then Laurie shows up at the restaurant and causes some kind of a commotion, which did feel a little uncomfortable, but a father and son go hunting when the son wants to go to dance class, and they run into the bus where Michael goes, and the father dies, and we see Michael kill off the son, which I wish they didn't go there, but they did, and we get introduced to Officer Hawkins, played by Will Patton, who I like seeing in a few movies. For example, gets called on the crime scene, and I like Hawkins in this movie. I think Will Patton is casted in the right role, in my opinion. Aaron and Dana stop at a gas station when Aaron tries to pay for gas, and the cashier is dead, and Dana encounters Michael in the bathroom, and Michael drops the cashier's teeth on the ground and attacks and kills both Aaron and Dana, and puts on the dirty William Shatner mask, might I add, on that scene. Fucking freaks me out. If a serial killer drops teeth in the bathroom stall, I would fucking scream like a little girl. I love how effective it is in today's movies, and I love the image of Michael putting on the mask. It's such a great shot. I mean, seriously, it really is. I love how they do callbacks to the original movie. For example, when Dr. Sam Loomis talks, it's Donald Pleasance. Then the reverse shot later in the movie, Laurie gets hit to the ground and disappears off screen, whereas in the original, it was Michael Myers himself who fell to the ground and disappears. I love those callbacks. It's pretty neat. We follow Michael as he bumps into a couple of kids trick-or-treating. Michael gets a hammer from the garage and knocks out and kills a lady with the hammer and grabs a knife, killing the next door neighbor from the lady's house, which is a scary fucking way to show your killer is dangerous. Allison goes to a Halloween party with Cameron, and Cameron, as they both go as Bonnie and Clyde, cheats on Allison and Allison breaks up with Cameron, which we've seen before in other movies in the series. So that moment was predictable. Then when we get to her friend Vicky babysitting Julian, and I love those scenes because Vicky is just hot, and Julian stole the scenes between them, and because he's fucking hilarious. Just the way he talks, he's like, oh, hell no. And I'm getting that motherfucker out of here. Or should I say, I'm getting the motherfucker out of here. He just made me laugh in all of his scenes. I felt very bad for Vicky. She dies as well. Allison walks home with her best friend Oscar, who wants to kiss Allison, and tries to attempt after she dumps Cameron. And now she's pissed at him. And yeah, way too fucking soon, pal, for making a move. And Michael shows up and kills his nasty ass. And Lori tries to get Karen and her husband Ray and Allison, who's not home yet, back to Lori's house, and succeeds while Officer Hawkins helps out, and the cops don't do anything while Michael is out there. And I thought in the theater, just listen to Lori. She knows what the fuck's up, or what she's talking about either. So Lori, Karen, and Ray in the house. They put them in the house, and in Lori's house, let me rephrase that. And honestly, the cops are making so many mistakes in this movie, and that kind of bothered me in this movie as well. But the doctor that was Loomis's replacement, he kills Hawkins, and I thought, man, this guy is really unpredictable. Ray gets killed by Michael while Allison isn't home yet. So Allison doesn't know he's dead until she gets there, and she arrives, and both she and Karen go underneath the basement Karen grew up in. And Lori tries to get Michael, but he throws her out the window and she disappears, like as I brought up earlier in the review. Great callback to the original. Meanwhile, Michael Myers tries to attack Karen and Allison in the basement and getting it opened, but it doesn't succeed very well. And the next thing you know, Lori shows up out of the blue and says, "Happy Halloween, Michael," and pushes him into the basement and gets Karen and Allison out of there and traps Michael and starts the fuel and burns him up. And everyone knows you can't kill Michael Myers in the house down. And how do I mean you can't kill Michael Myers? Listen, after the credits roll, you can hear him breathe. And I'm like, shit, motherfucker, he ain't dead. Now it's time for the rating. I'll give this movie a 8.3 out of 10. Not quite as scary as the original, but it was a really good movie, and I had a great time with it. I do like the callbacks to the original movie. I like the characters, and I like the fact that they skipped the original Part 2 to Rob Zombie's Part 2. You should go see this movie before Halloween and to the night of, well, to the next day is going to be the night of. You'll have a great time with it. I mean, seriously, you're going to love it. And I'd like to thank you guys for joining me for this Halloween retrospective. And until next time, trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat.